You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. And my feet have come too far for you to tie 'em to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. They turn it back around. You can't stop me.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Psychic Call Shop. Tonight with me is, of course, Lady Gwendolyn sitting in the co-host seat. She's going to be taking over as our guest host when we need to fill in, when we need a second psychic opinion on the gate. And, of course, the amazing Aeson. You know who I am. I'm around all the time. We tend to be a little fun. And we've got some stuff to talk about. Where do you want to start with?
I don't know. I'm ready. Let's just jump in.
Let's jump into Britney Spears' new lawyer.
Okay.
He is already screaming for her father to be fired.
I am 100% for it. Even her mother is backing it. She is finally stepping up and using her voice and saying, "Okay, this needs to end."
Mm-hmm. Now, Lynn Spears, I foresee her being a wet hen already because, Jamie Spears, in general, has controlled his daughters and has a restraining order to not see his grandchildren. How bad do you have to be as a parent to not be able to see your grandchildren?
Well, apparently there was an altercation with the boys, wasn't it? So,
yeah. That's just bad in itself.
Yeah.
I think this new lawyer is a game changer. He is not going to be laying down and playing nice and, I'll take my, $500,000 each year, Mr. Spears, to keep my mouth shut and agree to your shit.
Nope.
So I'm hoping this conservatorship ends soon and quickly. Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Hi, Brenda.
Oh. And of course, we have the Olympics going on. That's creating a lot of news. But you know what's not creating a lot of news?
What?
Jill Biden's outfits.
You know what though? She is styling and I am all for it. I mean, none of her looks have been as bad. I'm sorry to say as bad as Melania. But she has the grace of Michelle Obama. So I'm totally loving that about her.
The style of Michelle Obama. She has the realness that we're seeing out of Nancy Reagan. She just took notes from the former first ladies. I love it that she's re-wearing some things. She's redoing them, but still wearing them. She's acting like a real American.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, she is.
Now, granted, I hate her in polka dots. She looks like Barbara Bush's sister at polka dots.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
But
I can see that.
Finally have a first lady that dresses like a first lady, not like a porn star.
Right. Absolutely.
And I love.
Good evening, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah, honey. How are you? Hopefully, you're up to destroying something tonight. If not, get up to it.
Don't tempt her.
Oh, come on. She's one of my grandbabies. She's got to at least be a fire spirit.
Oh, she's got it in her. Trust me.
But now I'm glad to see a real first lady dress and act like a first lady. I love the love jacket that was specially made. I love it that she's wearing only American, not only designers, but American made.
Mm-hmm. She's really showing that for her, it's America first.
Right. And what I also like is all the outfits I have seen, she's bringing back that below the knee outfit. The below the knee skirts, below the knee outfit. She doesn't have to carry a porn cloth.
No.
Or a prayer cloth. Sit down. I mean, she dresses nicely. I don't think we'll see her any muumuus.
No.
Or any knitted outfits. So I'm very glad to have her at the Olympics. This is her first alone trip.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to see that. I think it's very empowering for the kids to see that the first lady is out there doing things and going places.
And being
And
involved.
yes, yes.
She is on top of it. She has talked to every athlete. She is meeting diplomats and shaking hands and doing her job as First Lady
Mm-hmm.
in pearls. Which I thought First Ladies got presented pearls, the day the president took office, but I guess not.
Well, if they did, they just didn't know how to wear them appropriately.
Well, we haven't seen them since Michelle Obama. Barbara Bush was famous for her pearls. Um,
Again, appropriately.
Mrs. Bush had a very small set of pearls, not comparative to her mother-in-laws. Of course, Barbara had much more control on GW than Lisa did. Now, I wonder how much influence or how much will we see a tan suit out of this um, administration?
Okay, what do you mean by tan suit? I'm lost.
Oh, you didn't know about this? Okay, so
I
Obama.
don't. You are my source of news.
Oh,
I don't watch the news. Well, I barely watch TV. If we do, it's on Netflix or something like that. I stay shut down. I got stuff to do.
okay. Well, traditionally, the president either wears black or blue suits.
Hmm.
Well, Obama wore a tan suit to an event, and you would have thought the man had shown up in a hula skirt and shell. Okay. So I wonder if we will see President Biden wear a tan suit.
Well, you know what? Obama has style, and he
He
knew
always
how to bring it into this
correct
era.
this. Let's correct this. We all know where his style comes from because if you look at his pictures, you can tell when the man got married because his style was from down here up to here. We all know that Michelle
Michelle,
dresses him.
she was amazing. She's amazing.
Yes, I love her book. Everyone should go read it. Chrissy, let's take a look here. Where's my deck of cards? I've been messing in my office all day.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So 9/22/85. Will
Uh-huh.
Ivan message me or show up unexpectedly and surprise me?
I feel Ivan messages you. If he shows up and tries to surprise you, send him home. Train him early. Call before you come over. It's just good manners, Chrissy.
There you go.
Okay? That's booty call mentality. No. Don't even be starting that stuff.
Set that boundary now.
Yes, very much so. So, the Delta variant is all over the place. We are seeing mask mandates put back into place, especially for unvaccinated people. But
I am very concerned about that. Of course, for obvious reasons coming up, but I'm very concerned about that. I am ready to start wearing my mask again, even though I'm vaxxed. I've had all my shots, but I'm at that mentality where
well,
maybe I should.
in certain situations, I will be masking because I fit into that category of you can't get this shit. Even though I have booked some public appearances and I will be making them as long as they're allowed. But in crowded spaces, I still don't like going. Indoor crowded, put me outside. Put me outside. Let's take this outside. Like people want to talk to me in the grocery store. I'm like, let's take this outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch me outside.
That reference I know.
Okay.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Right.
Was that a fairy entering the realm?
That was not a fairy entering the realm. That was a demon dog entering my motion detection area.
I love it though.
Yes. Ashley, I will be uploading so you can see what you missed. It's hard. I'm getting used to people can actually see my face, like my full face again. So, I'm having to do things like trim the beard, put the makeup a little bit lower, control my bitch face. Um,
I liked it because it added style for me and an accessory that I normally don't wear.
exactly.
So that was
That was
mine.
the cool thing. Um, I'm glad, Brenda, you love my TikToks today. You will be getting more of them because I've gotten comfortable in my chair. I've gotten the TikTok arm installed in my office, so that'll be happening.
Awesome.
Um, so yes, there will be more TikToks, more lip syncing TikToks, more shady TikToks. Who knows? I might do a thirst trap here and there.
Oh, now. I don't. Are we ready for an Aeson thirst trap?
Well, my thirst traps are classical, honey. Using a crystal, playing with my crystal ball and thirst trapping them into a reading. What do you think? I've got a full schedule. I don't have time to add on this.
Well, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
But what I'm finding interesting is this change of the conservative media.
Okay.
Okay, example, this conservative radio host is sending messages from his Tennessee hospital bed now. Phil Valentine, who was all anti-vax. Oh, don't get this, don't get this. It's experimental. Blah 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 blah. Guess what? Most medications are experimental. They were invented before 1980. They are still under after 1980. They're still under emergency use. Um, so he's sending it finally sending messages that he's now caught COVID, is on oxygen, and maybe long term, Mr. Valentine is finally saying, please get the vaccine. We are seeing this out of so many people that have came out heavy and strong.
Now, there are more than one. It's more than just the Delta variant, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
and there's a lot of different variants, and we still aren't done with the alphabet yet. I did see where Rand Paul got told to go fuck himself on live air. Oh, honey, Rand Paul has been getting it since Dr. Fauci handed it to him in that Senate thing and said, you don't know what you're talking about, and I want to go on the official record of that. Of course, he followed up and filed a DOJ report on him.
Okay, I need to look this up. I used to be, now I'm gonna tell myself because I have evolved, okay, but I used to be a diehard Rander. I used to be a diehard Rand Paul. I was for him and his dad both. So
Yeah.
I need to go see what he's been up to lately because I shut him down.
Yeah, Ron Paul has gone off his damn rocker.
Mm-hmm.
Against everything. Like, he has gone so far off his rocker, it ain't even funny. He's backing and trying to get the Trumplican loser to run in 2024.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's jumped on that bandwagon. Production, can we get that video?
Did you see the question from Christina?
I didn't. Let me see.
Okay. It says, do you see when he messages me? So it's a
Within
follow up to the reason.
I would say he will probably message you within a week. Don't be waiting on him. You got stuff to do. You got career to deal with and finances to deal with. Let him come along when he gets there. Men are like purses, honey. They're accessories to your life. They don't need to be the main focus.
That's right.
But no, he is the one that infected Congress. He is the one that went to the gym. He is the one that still is touting false principles. So this person that told him to go fuck himself, and I'd love it if we can get this video. If we don't, great. On live air. On live air. Whoever
Well,
this, I want to give them brownies.
you know how people, look back, I don't, I'm sure everybody does it, looks back in their Facebook memories or their time hops or whatever and sees the type of person that they used to be and sees the type of person that they are now. Yes, I've done that. If I would have stayed on that path, I would be a Trumper.
I know.
So I'm so thankful I've evolved.
I am so glad you are not a thumper, because then we'd have to have a serious conversation.
I'll be getting
And
the
then I'd
shit
have to do
slapped out of
another
me.
with him, and you know how rusty I am on that one? Oh.
I'd be getting bitch slapped all the time. What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you, child? I didn't raise you that way. Oh, but no, I saw it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed more Dr. Fauci telling him off in live Senate hearing, telling Ron Paul, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I want to go on the official record of that one.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, So, some other things that are going on. People are being called back to their offices, but here's the problem. People are telling them, no, we're not going back to the office. We get more work done at home. We like working at home. Oh, you're going to make us go back to work. Your competitor said I could work from home and he's going to pay me $20,000 extra. Bye.
There's a major shift up in the workforce at homework, out in the public. Everything is just taking a big shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that we all come out of this on top. Better pay, better security, better safety. I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping.
Pay-wise, I am very happy to see that the average that I am seeing for pay entry level is $12 to $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's way over time. It is way over time.
All right, we have a question. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Terry, 31357.
Mm-hmm.
I've been staying with Mark for 2.5 months, but I had to come home to make an appointment. Do you know when I'll be going back to stay?
I think you'll go back in about 6 weeks to stay. You're still looking at a good 6 months before you move in, honey, and I think that needs to be slow. So, but no, I'm finding it really interesting and there was a breakdown of the millennials, like anybody below 40 is looking for work from home jobs that are permanent work from home. Like they'll do 1 or 2 days a week in the office, but nobody's wanting to spend this money for lunches and dinners and commutes and driving insanity and being chained in. But what companies are also seeing is their bottom dollar is up from employees working from home.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to pay for the birthday parties. They don't have to pay for the offices. They don't have to pay for these big spaces. And we have seen this going on. Okay. We'll get that one in a minute. What's your thoughts from this?
One thing that I've learned about watching everybody, and my closest circle is they're all millennials, and I've learned so much from them, me being in Gen X. But I do see that they are very forward thinking and they really want what is best for the future. Gen Xers, we came here to heal. Millennials came here. They do have a lot of mental health issues, but it's transitioning, and they are the ones spinning that wheel to get things moving forward and the changes coming. So I really see them being able to pull this off, to do the work from home, to make changes in the world and get things going
Right.
on the right path.
There is no reason for an advertising agency to have an office. They need a
No.
conference room.
Yeah. And you don't even need a conference room anymore. I've got conference calls.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Zoom now.
We've had Zoom, but
Yeah.
I remember when I moved back to West Virginia, now 16 years ago, I had to pay the cable company to run internet to my house, and they were just shocked that I was doing it, that I was working from home. It was such a hard concept for people. You do
Mhm.
what? Oh, so you just stay at home? Like, they didn't get that. But
Mhm.
now that I'm talking with designers and home designers and even looking at Staples and stuff, they're designing stuff to work within your home to build you an office out of a back porch or your dining room. And I think a lot of the new houses will come built with home offices.
Okay, so that leads me to a current event that I do know something about. Do
Okay.
you think that's why the price of lumber, another reason why the
Mhm.
price of lumber is up?
No, I think the reason why the price of lumber is up is we import a lot of our lumber. And gee, import export is shut down.
Mhm.
Anybody ordering from Wish knows this. It's setting there. So even though wood gets cut here, it gets shipped off and processed somewhere else and then brought back in here. Well, that's just been COVID shutdown. So then you have supply versus demand. We've had some kick-ass hurricanes. We've had some major storms. We had like poor Puerto Rico. Like, I'm surprised those people even have homes still standing. Like Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, guys, I will suggest you this: put a for sale sign on your land and get the fuck off that island before it becomes water. Either that or buy you a boat and set it in your front yard.
Yeah.
So all this lumber passing back and forth, passing back and forth, passing back and forth is our problem. We don't have sawmills locally anymore. We don't have wood processing centers locally anymore. And it's
I
not
know.
the price of lumber, it's the price of paper.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Because and even if we would grow the hemp and process the hemp, that would be even better.
Well, what would be really good is for them to finally adapt to bioprocessing. Local, buy local, sell local, build
Mhm.
into your community things. Used to be every year, every place had a bakery, everybody had a lumber mill, everybody had a woodworker. None of that happens anymore.
Yeah.
If you want something, you order it from IKEA, it's delivered on a flatbed.
You know how hard it is to find people nowadays that know trades?
Very hard. And that's because Gen Xers, we got told, oh, you don't want to be an electrician, go to college. You have to go to college. You have to go to college, 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 go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Our school systems are set up to send everybody to college. Even today, they're set up to go to college. Not everybody needs to go to college.
Nope. There's some people and they end up flunking out just because it wasn't for them.
Well, it would either that or it wasn't a job they even wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first went to college,
Jobs have to make you happy.
when I went through my nursing school, I went CNA, worked my way, done a year for a facility. They paid for my LP. I was in the middle of my RN when I entered I had to do 2 years as LP to go for my RN. Now you just go on to school, you get it all. You don't even touch a patient until you're out with a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a detriment to our nursing facilities.
Yeah.
I also think that I am glad I did not finish my psychology degree because I would have been very, very tired of psychology because I had a major of psychology and a minor of accounting. Not because I wanted it, because someone else wanted it. And how much debt I would be in by now. All right, so we got a couple questions. Let's take those on, and then let's talk about Facebook's latest news story.
Okay, so Swaggy Star says 51390. Why hasn't the guy interested in me come forward yet?
Well, let's take a look here and see what's going on with him. Well, it looks like he thinks there's rules to this, and he has to be ready to take on that. Of course, there's also a lot of physical attraction going on there. You just need to hold strong and keep your boundaries up. He'll be along, and you need to be making sharp decisions until then. Looking at it, I'll say with the Page of Swords in here, it'll be within a month.
Mm,
Now
nice.
let's check out Sweet Baby.
All right, 6/20/82. Will my boyfriend and me start a family of our own this year? Oh.
I'm going to warn you on this one. When you say start a family, are you talking about getting a dog together, or are you talking about getting a baby? Because either way, you got to watch him, because he'll start something and he'll get so invested in it, it's ridiculous. I would say you're looking at it probably going on within 10 months of you guys starting a family. But with that, I want to caution you to talk about things now, like who's going to do the dishes, who's doing the nightly feedings, all that fun stuff. All right.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. How are you? So, Facebook's next target is religion.
And I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with us.
Well, we've seen what they're doing with us.
Yeah, they've started restricting us, and that is why we have moved.
Well, that's why I bought and created the Pagan Nexus. And everybody, even though it's the Mountaineer Pagan Nexus, you don't have to be a Mountaineer to be here. If you know what a mountain looks like, come on over. Some of the things might not be local to you, but you're welcome out the Nexus. But no, we have experienced this. We continue to experience this in our groups. We continue to experience this with Facebook. Now we see why. The New York Times posted this article months before the mega church Hillsong opened its new outpost in Atlanta. The pastor sought advice on how to build the church in a pandemic from Facebook. He said, even beyond building it and developing it and helping Facebook understand the needs and how they can create a financial giving video capability or live streaming. He wasn't worried about how to get up here and do this. Heck, if I wanted to come on every full moon, me and you could do a freaking service right here. His concern was about how to get that offering plate to everybody on Facebook.
Of course, it's all about the money.
I don't know if you've heard me go off on this, but I'll go ahead and do it now.
Yes. Proceed.
I have a massive problem with preachers nowadays. They don't go and visit hospitals. They don't get their asses out there and feed the people. But they sure the heck drive the caddies and the Lincolns. They sure the heck have these big old mansions. The poor shall inherit the earth does not mean that the widow in your church or your coven eats cat food to pay for your Lexus. I will never understand how the Christian faith went this direction, nor am I happy with it. And now that they've worked with Facebook, and suddenly we're seeing in pagan communities, which Facebook is giving us trouble over trouble over trouble over trouble, and now even suppressing content, to the point of suppressing content on Facebook. Now we see why. Because they're trying to connect into those mega churches and get those subscription fees from their monthly offering price of $9.99 a month.
And pay this much, this group on Facebook, and then you have all these lessons, all this service.
Partners reveal how big tech and religion are converging far beyond the simple moving services to the internet. Facebook is shaping the future of religion itself. and it has done for political and social lives. The company's effort to court the faith groups coming as it is trying to repair its image among Americans who lost confidence in the platform, especially with issues of privacy. Facebook has faced security roles and growth in the, everything else. Misinformation spreads, but now they're looking at being able to charge you $9.99.
Shannon said there was one in Columbus who drove a BMW and was always telling the hubby and me we should become preachers. My husband never understood my aversion of religion until he saw how much money the preacher made for how little work and outreach he did. Exactly.
Now, growing up in my household, phone rang at 3 o'clock in the morning. Off we went to the hospital because their watch's face fell down. I've seen my father walk into the house with laundry baskets, fill them with food, just walk out, sit in the car. Never knew what it was about, why it happened. We always have overstock. We always filled it up. I literally am on the Rolodex for 3 hospitals in the city. Not just for a Wiccan priest, but as for an interfaith minister in case a priest or minister will not come. They've called me before. Can you come? His pastor won't come. And we don't think he'll make it through the night. Ridiculous.
See, I need to do that because I have dealt with so much death and been there as a caregiver at the end. I think I would be really good at that. So
right.
I need to do that.
Yeah, because now they just do Sunday service, Wednesday night Bible study. They may show up for choir practice, whatever. Run the youth group. No. When my father was a preacher, we had Sunday service, ladies' church, men's group, all these other things, plus balancing everything else out. The church itself has lost its connection to the community. The pagans, we're just now figuring out how to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's why. It's because we were never a central location. There has never been one governing body. There's always been like, well, I know this and I know that and I know this and I know that. It's like a recent situation. This is going on. Okay, who do I know that works in this field? Okay, how do I get a contact to one to other? We nexus all the time. We hear somebody doesn't have food in the house. Well, shit. I've got too much of this and you've got too much of that. Let's just go leave it on their porch.
Why does more than one? Sorry, Shannon. Why does more than one? Why does churches need more than one preacher? I mean, 2, as an assistant, as a backup, sharing the duties. Because trust me, I know, I'm sure Aeson knows, it is completely overwhelming for just one person. But 6? That's gosh darn ridiculous.
there were 4 Pentecostal pastors, but at the time, those 4 pastors ran women's church, men's church. Didn't have a woman preacher, it was a male preacher. They had everything going on at the church, but they also had hospital, prison, services, funerals. It's literally at the time, and I would say your mother is probably within the same time period of the 70s and 80s. You may have a pastor up to 3 o'clock in the morning at the emergency room leading prayer with the prayer warriors because Sister Bertha fell, and you need another pastor at 9 o'clock to preach Brother Barton's funeral. And, preaching wasn't a making a living. You had to go and work a job. So I could see a church running 6 pastors. It's like there are times I think covens need more than 2 priests, a priest and a priestess. And they have that. They have the high priest and high priestess, and then there's priests or priestesses to go and do the other things. Like clockwork, Mama knows I'm talking about her. Calling me up. Yeah. But, Shannon, I bet every one of those preachers had another job.
Okay, well, see, you're breaking it down like that. I understand,
Right,
but if it's just, if you don't have a large congregation,
right,
or if you have a bigger church, I understand that, because there really should be a one preacher for so many um, people.
parishioners.
Yes, parishioners. Yes, I can totally get behind that.
Right,
But if it's a small church, then I don't think you need more than three.
right.
Like, of course, I'm used to growing up. I
But
was Methodist.
she's saying it was a borderline mega church. I can see that happening. If there was a day that a borderline mega coven occurred, oh dear God, Sonny, you want to talk about the council meetings occurring?
Mhm.
If someone forgot the rule of 13 and started adding people and adding people and adding people in this class and that class, you're going to need more hands on deck.
Yeah.
Imagine pagan pride every Sunday.
No. Somebody else did do it.
Now,
I love this community. Do not get me wrong. I love you guys. I'm just saying, it ain't easy. Okay.
well, it's never easy. The path to ministry is never easy. Now, I think Dad is probably spinning around back there as he's using BB&T mobile banking to check his closed accounts balance about the idea of Starbucks being in the church.
Okay, give me more anxiety. Yeah, I ain't got no clue.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love our PR dude who says that only a mega church if it has a Starbucks. Otherwise, it's a sparkling religion. But I think we've lost. I don't. I think we're gaining our way through the community. We're figuring out where we need this and where we need that and how we can do this. And we're starting to see like food pantries and other things occurring. But I think the churches ain't got it there yet.
Mhm.
Oh, first ladies. No one gives first ladies credit, much less
Yeah.
church secretaries. Church secretaries is workforce management. If you work in a medical profession or any profession that has an organization called workforce, those were actually based on the original name probably was church secretaries, because one, church secretaries know how to answer the phone. Oh honey, he's busy. Oh, he's been in prayer all day. Oh, I'll get him there as soon as I can. Hang up the phone, click. I don't know what the hell you're doing or where the hell you're at, but I suggest you get your holy ass over somewhere.
Yes, the preacher's wife.
First lady.
They don't. Yes, the first ladies. Yeah, they. I agree. They don't get the credit that they deserve.
Well, honey, they are the bread and butter of the church, the old church. Now, the new church, I don't know. The old church, dear God, mom had a busier schedule than dad, because she's got to do the ladies' auxiliary and the bazaar club and this committee and that committee and this.
Mm. Well, and whenever I was growing up, what I remember about my churches was the preacher had service, but the first lady always had a luncheon afterwards. So we didn't have to go out to eat at a restaurant afterwards. Everything was taken care of in-house.
Well, that's the way Dad's church run. The first ladies took care of the breakfast and the lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, the lunch may be served at 5:30 because you didn't get out of church till 5.
But it was piping hot and ready to go.
Exactly, with music playing and Kool-Aid ready and lemon. And this is something that I've adapted to my house. You come to my house, I've got sweet tea and lemonade.
That's
It stays in the fridge. I can remember in church. I can remember a particular sister being in charge of bringing lemonade, but not the tea. She could not make. She was not allowed to bring the tea. The reason why she wasn't allowed to bring the tea was she was a northerner. Yes, that is an issue on your side, I believe, because you can hear me. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Can you hear me? All right. So, are you a World of Warcraft fan?
I do not play video games.
Oh,
I don't, the only game that I play is the gardening thing on TikTok because it goes to charity.
right.
That's as far as my gaming capabilities go. But I am not happy with this article at
I am
all.
not either because, Blizzard Games, Activision Vision Games, Blizzard has been a issue, and it's now like they're being sued because they've been labeled as a frat club. Now I have a problem with this because one of my daughters, I know, and your twinsy, is a World of Warcraft aficionado.
Okay.
Like she lives there. Brenda, what are you? I would love to see Brenda comment on this. I would like more so the staff signing a petition going, this is not how we're doing this. Like, you don't speak to me. And I think they're going to have a problem. With Vision's going to have a problem because the employees aren't backing them. They're not doing the bond boss behavior. So I'm looking forward to watching this breakdown of this thing, but just be aware that Vision Gaming is being accused of sexually harassing females, having frat boy culture, which females were subjected to sexual harassment, unequal pay, relations according to lawsuits filed in California Fair Employment Housing. What I hate and what aggravates me, because I do own a co-gaming producing thing, is the amount of flack female gamers get. Like, come the hell on. What's your views from this one?
I'm not happy with anything where a woman feels that she is unappreciated. I think major changes need to be made and they need to be held accountable because this has obviously been going on for a very, very long time and it's just now coming to light. So,
But you said you're not a video gamer.
No.
That you play like garden or something.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, have you seen, because I know, like, your partner plays video games, right? Or is it Lydia that's on the Game Boy game things? No, nobody's a
No,
video.
Lydia does a tablet, but she doesn't really play video games. She's more of a YouTuber.
Now read Shannon's comment here.
Okay. World of Warcraft has always had a pretty toxic culture, and something that made me really mad, they said men get harassed too. I got something to say about that.
Yeah.
But they failed to mention that the males getting harassed are being harassed in a homophobic manner, and no one has ever called the frat boys on their out for it. And then Brenda says there are so many female gamers and good ones. Some on Twitch are getting harassed because they are female by watchers.
Yeah, this is
failed to mention. Yeah, so and this is a term that I learned this week was punching up. Do you know what that one is?
No.
Okay, so punching up is the kind of the same to me as men get harassed too, because it's saying that okay, so what it was, somebody had made a comment on Facebook about why is it okay for women to say things about men, but it's not okay for men to say things about women. Because if men say things about women, then the women gang up and go after the man. That's called punching up, because it's along the same lines as Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. You can't say that. It doesn't work that way, because women have been oppressed
Mhm.
Black lives have been oppressed. So punching up is just us is kind of standing up for themselves without aggression.
Right. Well, this is what gets me, and this is always aggravating me because I'm tired of this. I am tired of this in general. When it comes to harassment, male on male, male to female, whatever it is, it needs to freaking stop in our society. It
Mm-hmm.
needs to be handled. It needs to be a terminating, instantaneous offense. Point blank. And for WoW to be pulling this, for Blizzard to be pulling this, I'm going to be thinking twice before I buy a game from them
Mm-hmm.
or paying for a subscription from them. And here's why. Because as long as we, as a public, back our dollars with these companies, play these games, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Brenda's giving this thing. English term, punching up. You're getting someone out of your league. The Scots and Brits used it to get someone out of you, to get with some, or to, yeah, basically, trying to, oh, but blah, blah, blah. No. That's crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's crap in general. I'm really very happy with Blizzard employees stepping up and going, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This occurs. Stop doing it. And why in the world? And one of the things is here, a female employee alleged being held back from promotions because possibly they might become pregnant, being criticized for leaving to pick up their children from daycare, and being kicked out of lactation rooms so male colleagues could use the room for a meeting, the complaint says. First of all, why do we have a lactation room?
Because that way working moms can pump in peace for their children.
That's
I
not
think.
my point. That's not my point.
Okay, I was just gonna say I think it's a really good idea.
One, I don't think it should be called a lactation room. I think it should be called mommy's room.
Mm.
There should be room in there for them to do more than just go in there and produce, food for their children or to feed their children that should be brought into work. What it should be is a space for them to go and calm down, maybe relax, have some meditative music on. It should not be designed for a spare meeting room.
Mm-mm. I like the idea of it being a mommy room because so many mothers going back to work after having their child suffer from postpartum depression and stuff, and they really need a place to center themselves and get their thoughts together. Maybe make a phone call, maybe video chat, so that they can see their child, just
Right.
to kind of help that bonding process. That is something that is highly needed,
Right.
and for them to take that away from them is just
Well, not only that,
outrageous.
but to use it for a meeting room, go meet in the courtyard.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, I don't think that they should have to go feed in a special room unless they want to go feed in a special room.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit there at your desk behind a computer screen and you got your baby in one arm and your mouse in another, so freaking be it.
That's right.
It's like people give people crap for breastfeeding in public.
And there we have the definitions: punch up and punch down. Punch up meaning insult people of higher power and influence than you, and punch down insult somebody of lower power and influence than you.
Right. But this, what I call is put them in a broom closet, is bullshit.
Yeah.
Make a lovely space and have it specifically designed for women to go be women. Because I'm sorry, men have fucking locker rooms and bathrooms. Women should have places to go be women.
Yeah.
Just my point of view. Granted, I don't have a voice in that because, yes, I have beautiful B cups, but they don't produce milk.
But yes, speaking for that, I believe that women should have their own space and shouldn't be harassed in any way, shape, or form, because those men wouldn't be here without those women. So just saying.
Exactly. And I just get tired of people. I get so tired of stuff. And over this past year and a half, I've seen so much crap come out of people that I never thought I'd see it come out of. And it's like, excuse me, are you not literate? Do you not see what is going on and figuring out, oh, that's no longer acceptable? We shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So what's been on your news feed? We went through my news feed.
Like I said, I don't really. My news feed consists of planets and astrology,
Well, that's
and
what I'm talking about.
so I
Whatever
haven't
is
really.
in your news feed, honey? What have you been thinking about? What have you been into? What have you got an opinion of?
Well, we talked about it. I learned about the punching up thing, and that's pretty much it. I've been kind of staying to myself this past week, so I haven't really seen anything. I do know something that's coming up, but I don't know if you want to address it now. It's kind of a psychic issue.
Well, what's the psychic issue?
Lionsgate is coming up.
Lionsgate, the
Yes.
movie.
No.
All right, you talk about what Lionsgate.
Okay, Lionsgate is of course, it's in Leo, and it's August 8th through the 13th, and it is a portal that the Lionsgate portal that opens up, and it's supposed to set your awakening in your path, give you that lineup.
Okay. So what's your thoughts on that?
I'm really excited about it. Okay, so we didn't know about it until 2019, and Patty Wingdington mentioned it at Pagan Pride, and we went, and then after that, we just kind of started noticing it, and things really do happen. The changes really, and I'm going to see if I can pull up something about it really quick. Lionsgate 2021. All right, so it's already up. Okay, it's activated by numerology. So it should start clicking for you. 8-8. The Lionsgate 8-8 portal is activated by the 8-8, the sun in Leo season, and the rising of the star Sirius. Combination of energy opens a galactic portal and allows high vibrational energy to be sent to Earth, which we can all tune in and connect with. So if we would all decide that, hey, we want to do this mass universal healing, we would do it during the Lionsgate portal to activate that high vibrational energy to create changes.
You know what it sounds a lot like to me?
What?
What we grew up doing as the dog days of summer.
Okay.
Because that's when Sirius rises. That's when you want to make sure you're not getting surgeries, because it takes forever to heal from them. The vibration is different. The weather patterns are different. Sirius is seen as the dog star. So, yeah, I can agree and get with that.
Okay.
Okay. Do I think it's something that's been relabeled? Yes.
Well, that's why I said, you may not have heard of it, but you already knew what it was.
Well, and here's the thing, and this happens a lot in the psychic community. Marketers got hired sometime during the 80s to come up with new words to call things. We stopped being called folk witches and got started being called granny witches. We started calling Lionsgate instead of Dog Days. We started calling this instead of that. So did you see what happened at Starwood?
No, I did not. It's not very far away from here, but I heard that it was a great time.
Well, it was a great time, but 2 off a day, done a performance, and it was one of those hit the ground and running, and get back on the bus and leave.
Oh.
Problem being is members of 2 off a day turned up COVID positive. I like how this festival is handling this. If you guys are following this.
That's why Byron got retested.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Like like they are handling this on the up and up. They have been very clear, very plain with it. Very
Okay.
much, this is what it is. This is what is happening.
Yeah. So I know what days Byron got her shots because she and I got ours done on these same days. It
Mhm.
just kind of felt that way. It was kind of funny. So
Right.
I seen that she tested it again, and I'm like, why? I
She got
couldn't figure
exposed to
out what
Delta.
happened.
Yeah, she got exposed to Delta. Now she's going to be on the show in August.
What's that mean?
Oh, and we are being considering relabeling our show spiritually infused beverage retailer. I think we will get more coffee deliveries.
Oh, spiritual teas. Oh, I love herbal teas. I'm sorry. I up until the past 2 years, I've always been an herbal tea person, and now I'm coffee.
Yeah, now you're coffee. All right. So, what else has been going on? What do we got going on in general? You've been a little busy witch on me. You had this lovely little festival go on, lovely little ritual go on. Teased us all over the place about it.
uh, okay. Well, what's going on? Okay, we just had our first harvest gathering last Friday.
Hmm.
Lunasa's coming up. Now, do you call it Llamas or Lunasa? Because they're two
Oh,
totally different things.
no, it's two festivals, two
Yes.
cultures, two festivals.
So which one do you go
I
for? Llamas or
technically
Lunasa?
do Lunasa
Mm-hmm.
or fall equinox. One of the three.
Mm-hmm.
Llamas for me means I need to go hunt down a lamb and tackle it and hold it in place and then wait for the witches to get there so we can hold a circle and slice its throat and cook the meat and feed the community with it.
Yeah, that's not
That's
gonna
not
happen.
me
No.
for multiple reasons. One, I don't fucking run after anything, man or animal.
No,
And I don't wait for anything.
our lovely priestess Morgana baked bread, so we shared bread at our first harvest gathering.
Did
But
she make it into the man?
no, it was rolled, but it was still really nice. We'll get more technical as time goes on.
Okay.
She did an amazing job for her first time. I'm very proud of her.
Did she scare a stranger?
Did she what?
Did she scare a stranger? There are things
Yes.
you're supposed to do on the first ritual. You know, the first Lunas ritual. You're supposed to scare a stranger or kidnap somebody.
Well, she uses her athame during ritual, and we're all standing in a circle while she's going around with it, and people are just like. So yeah, I would say she accomplished her goal.
Yay!
I'm proud of her.
Now, we'll get other details later, but no, there are just certain things about holiday, like Llamas or Lunasa, that should occur. One, if it's Lunasa, it's because that's honoring that story of the spirit of the fields.
Mm-hmm.
And that if you do not, if a stranger comes in and steals, it could be someone coming to steal your prosperity.
Yeah.
So you either scare them or kidnap them and bring them to ritual.
If I'm running, you should probably run too, because something is probably chasing me. Girl, I feel that.
But no, you got something coming up this Saturday.
I am doing a sigils class on Saturday at noon on the Lady Gwendolyn page. So follow
What
me.
are you covering?
Well, right now I feel like we're in a call for warding and protection. So I want to start out with that and at least show people a couple different ways to create their own, because there's I mean, and just the basic ones. I'm not
Okay.
going deep into it or anything like
You
that.
want to do past locks?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Hey, if you teach me, I'll teach them, or you can come on and you can teach too.
No. You come here, I'll teach you, I'll feed you. You won't have to do dishes or scrub off floor. Okay, and so that's this Saturday. Now, what do you do on Tuesdays? Because you make my freaking phone bounce off the wall on Tuesday.
Okay, so on Tuesdays I have trauma and tarot, and I have a healing card. Okay, no, that's Shadow Talk is on Wednesday. Okay, so yesterday I did trauma and tarot, and I did trauma talk. Now, trauma talk is something very new that I just started this week. I actually took a song that speaks to me, and the song was about, if you're curious, it's Theory of the Dead Man, and it's the history of violence. So in that story, he talks about domestic abuse, and what she went through. So I kind of go through the song a little bit, and then I stop and talk about it. And so that'll be something that's coming up that I'm doing. And then Shadow Talk is on Wednesday, and I pull a healing card, a heal yourself card, and then I talk about that. And then I have blogs on Friday, so I've got stuff happening all week. You just can't run away from yourself, because I am going to track you down. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to make you cry.
Either that or she's going to blow your phone up.
In your songs, you crossing all genres. Yes, because I know and it won't be just songs all the time. It's just going to be different trauma topics. But I know that country music is full of trauma topics.
Mm-hmm. You got cheating and divorce. You got you got to take on some classics. There's like Daddy's Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a harder one for you. And of course, you're in the middle of building pagan prom. You're going to do pagan prom. We're all going to dress up and take pictures, and get high and get drunk.
Oh, I'm going to need that party afterwards. But okay, so this is the last call. I'm putting it out there. Last call if you want to vend, teach, or do your advertising. If you are a brick and mortar shop, we would love to have you advertise in the program. Just get with me, shoot your stuff over to rowantempleoflight.com at gmail.com, and give me your info, because the due date is August 1st. If you want to take part in anything, let me know. Otherwise, as of August 1st, we start working on the program and getting those final things created and get set up, because we got a month. Today is the 27th. 1 month from tonight, I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be down there waiting for people to arrive. Yeah, you're going to be down there?
Yeah, I'm going to be down there. Getting people in line, marching them through, telling them to set up here, set up there, shut up. I don't want to hear your stuff. Stop whining, put up your TP.
Yeah. So I'm excited. We're down to the wire, and I'm ready to get this over with. It's going to be great, though. We do have some great entertainment. We got great meditation. You're going to be all over the place. I'm going to be all over the place. Joe is going, and we're just going to put this out here now. Joe is going to be the official photographer of Central West Virginia Pagan Pride. So Mystic PC of West Virginia is going to be our official photographer. He will be set up over by the pond, taking with you photos, as well as walking around and taking pictures of the event. So we are really excited for that. And we will get pricing for that soon.
Give me a minute, honey. We're going to be getting that up and getting that out.
I know, but I'm just rolling.
I promise you, my planner is now even got Post-it notes on it. That's how big my to-do list is, because a lot of things are going on.
Hey, making you work, making you work.
Keeping me vital, keeping me vital.
We do have some great vendors though. I'm really excited, and I did secure a healer, so we have somebody doing Reiki as well. We got some phenomenal readers.
Right.
Um,
I may be persuaded to do some healing work. I just want a release sign. If I knock you out, you are expected to be out for 5 minutes, and then you can recover.
Like smack to the forehead.
No, especially to have my fun. All right, for our listeners that do not know, Aeson goes to Witches and Salsa. July Witches and Salsa. Yeah, my to-do list has post-it notes of post-it notes. But July's Witches and Salsa was supposed to be a swim party. And I am tired of hearing pagans talk about how bad their luck is. So I was going to dunk them all. Like, we're just going to fix this now. We'll take this back to the broom closet and take you out there in the river and dunk you. And, it's over. It's done. It's finished. Break the bad luck. Get it over with. Just do a massive one. I don't know. I may have to see about doing it. No, we can't get in the pond up there, can we?
No, I don't think it's safe. I can ask. I mean, you can fish. It's a catch and release pond, but I don't think that would be appropriate.
No, we don't want to catch and release pond, because that means that there's a fish down there bigger than I am that's just been laying around eating all the time.
Exactly. But there is a beautiful beach area right down the road from the park. You actually pass the turnoff for it on the way down. It's at Sutton Lake Marina. So, and I'm going there to release some stress after the day. So we can all go there.
Yeah, we may end up going there and dunking a few people.
Yes.
Especially the whiny ones. All right, so you ready to talk about some hot TikTok topics?
Oh, sure. What have you found?
Since you are the TikTok queen of our group. Have you seen this thing about summoning fairies?
Why won't people leave stuff alone? I'm burnt out on listening to people talk about wanting to marry their deities, curse the moon.
Well, let's talk about this
Summon
one, and then we'll talk
go.
about marrying a deity.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So what the video tells you to do is you get a bowl of water and shiny object and a pretty thing. You put it in your window and summons a fairy.
Okay.
Can we cover the fact that fairies are not all Tinkerbell? Like, I've been asking every bear in my life that's bigger than me to come help me do a TikTok to show them what'll happen. Because a fairy is a high educated above an ogre. So, keys will come up missing, money comes up missing. Like, I've gone to events and brought fairies home and had to escort them out of my home. Yes, they're trying to summon a murderer to get someone to come kill you. That's what they're trying to do. Now, you talk about your new pet peeve. Marrying deities.
I'm sorry. I love Odin. I do. I fully am devoted to Odin. I do not want to marry him. He is the All-Father. He is my father figure. Mm-hmm. Why would I want... I mean, let's just... I'm sorry.
No.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. The gods are hoes. Okay? Why would you want to marry a deity?
Right.
They sleep around. They have no inhibitions, which tells me that everybody should love everybody. To me, there should not be any gender issues, because if they were free to love each other, then that is setting a standard of how we should live.
Right. Now, there is a artist. She does the beautiful chant of the runes.
Mm-hmm.
She did do a ritual marriage to Odin.
Mm-hmm.
This is very, 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 very different than what is currently being talked about.
Yes.
Okay? It is like the Catholic nuns who marry Jesus. That is marrying a deity.
It's a spiritual wedding.
Well,
That is
every
a
wedding is
difference.
spiritual,
That
honey. It
is.
just depends on the quality of the alcohol.
But there is a difference because
There is
that's
a major
spiritually,
difference in what we're
not
seeing now.
not physically thinking that you're having relations with a deity.
Right.
There's a
There's a
difference.
big difference there. That would be like someone trying to marry the Morrigan. As we know, the Morrigan is unmarried.
She would eat you.
She will do more than eat you. She will enchant you and suck your soul out and carry it over to the other world with glee. And plus, he's already married, both to human and goddess, because he married Frigga.
Yes. Brenda said he's married and most goddesses have been nasty to humans that mess with their husbands. Read, people, read. No, I don't have any. Okay, so no, I do not have a daddy kink as far as it goes with Odin. Do I have deities that I am attracted to? That is a different story. But I know that that is purely lust and that they appreciate that lust. There's a difference.
Inspired that lust.
Right.
But this is what happens. This is what happens, and this is what I'm talking. This is my point on this. This is what happens when you have lazy priestesses that do not teach the mythos, or you have people jumping into religion because it's on TikTok.
Yeah, I've seen somebody say that today because people are jumping into witchcraft and paganism for the absolute wrong reasons.
Oh, good, because you know what'll happen, right? Witchcraft will jump back at them. Wicca's very peaceful and nice. Witchcraft is not.
No, it's not.
It's very demanding, very needful, very much, And I really like the reinvention of ancestor worship, but do it freaking right. Don't be calling up ancestors that don't give a damn. 200 years ago, an ancestor of yours done horse thieving. Don't be calling someone Zing Joe because they've been reincarnated as Joe.
All right, I got a comment back for Brenda here. She says, because Marvel has made them pretty boys. That leads to the current fascination with Thor and Loki and how people are giving them kinks. Have you noticed this?
Well, Loki, I could see having kinks. Like, he's got kinks all over.
But I do not see Loki at all being a sub.
Oh, hell no. He's a brat. If any kink, he is a brat. Somebody needs to go read his real mythos. Loki is a trickster god. He was designed to trick and con and placate everything.
Yeah, I've seen so many TikToks about him because Loki in his new show that just came out is kind of a wimp. But if you look at him from the Avenger, the previous movies, he's more dominant and more domineering. But he's got a chain around his neck most of the time in the series. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep. I got bored with it.
Well, Loki got bound. The reason Loki has changed is he was bound and put in a cave, I believe. There's nothing submissive about being a prisoner.
No, what in the show, it's all about him and this whole time travel thing, and I mean, Yeah,
Well,
I couldn't get into it.
this is the thing that I'm getting a little aggravated with. I'm really getting aggravated that are taking culture that they do not understand and rewriting it to socialize and whitewash it.
Did you hear that they were sending people cease and desist letters if they were using the Loki brand, like in Etsy shops and stuff like that? Did you hear about that one?
Well, that's because Disney normally copyrights all their shit. The problem is they can't copyright Loki. They can copyright the Loki design they designed.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
but
A
they
lot
were.
of fucking jewelry makers design jewelry and never copyrighted the jewelry design.
Yes, yeah. And let me tell you something. I totally felt that today. I felt like I was in one place and then being pulled back and having to repeat the same thing over again. That's in the new show. In his new show. Yeah, it's all about time and time travel, and he becomes a hero.
Well, he always becomes a hero. He's a god. He's supposed to be a hero. But he needs to do it with his mind. Now, Thor, on the other hand, Thor always reminded me of a damn frat boy.
Yeah.
Walking around with a hammer that his daddy gave him to try to get him to behave.
That's how he walked around.
Mm-hmm. You know, and then we have Odin, which if you look at Odin, he's crossed all generations of faith, belief, and behaviors. Him and Frigga have done everything from sleeping with elves all the way up to cross-dressing to learn women's magics. You know, so look at the Norse religion and see how much it has been influenced from the 1940s and go, did you read? Did you study? Did you know? Do you know what is going on with your gods? And I'm really tired of people not researching their gods. As a Wiccan priest and as a psychic, I get really pissed off with marketers coming in with bullshit. I.e. twin flames and soulmates and mixing them up like wordplay. Have you seen this thing where they're starting to play with the signs again? And it's like, can we stop this?
What do you mean?
Well, saying, well, this sounds not good with this sign. It has nothing to do with that sign. It depends on where that Mercury sets and that Venus sets.
Yeah.
And if they form an X with the other ones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I always thought that, you know, two Virgos shouldn't be together, and I guess it could have worked if we would have had our mental health under. It might have worked.
Well, two Virgos can go very well together with each other, as long as they're Virgos in different realms.
Yeah.
Like one can be a Virgo of the kitchen. The other one needs to be a Virgo of the bathroom. Someone else needs to be a Virgo of the bedroom. Someone else needs to be Virgo of the cars. Right. They can all work together, but they have to be in departments.
Yes.
It's kind of like my household. I have an Aries living with a Cancer and an Aquarius. What's your thoughts?
Sorry, cat got me.
Oh, cat got you. I thought I barked it.
No, she has been, I'm sorry, she has been very close to me this past week. So,
of course she has. She knows you're hurting and you're going through grief and you're going through the stages and you're going to get past that. And then you're going to come out raving like a howling wolf with fire in your eyes and, I don't know, anger on your tongue.
The stages of grief are real. That's all I can say.
Yes,
they're very real.
Okay. But what's your thoughts on the three signs together?
I think that so Aries, what?
Aries with Cancer.
Okay.
Adding an Aquarius.
Um, I think it's well formatted because I think they each complement each other in different ways, and each remind each other, to it's definitely a balance there, and I think that everybody complements each other and keeps everybody on the right track.
It does. It does until that Virgo side kicks in on me. And I start going all through the house going, why the hell do we have this shit? Can we get rid of this shit? And my little Cancer goes, no. You ain't been for 6 months.
Yep.
And my Aquarius is going, well, the loss of mass in the house would be abstract to the idea of the balance of the house. But we can't get rid of it. So, as we go through things, I think we need to start studying more. I think we need to dig deeper into more. I think we need to be more public with our information and talk. And talk deep, talk hard, talk understanding. And we got to stop the gatekeeping. The gatekeeping gets on my last freaking nerve.
Yes, it does. And that's why I decided to do this little class. I was popping out classes and lessons like this in 2020, and then I just got out of it.
Well, and I think you got to get back into it.
Yes, yeah, that's why I'm wanting to start back up. I mean, the short little class live, and just get it going, because it's really, and okay, so we're starting to dwindle down, so it's going back into the fall and the comfort of home season again. So summer is nearing its end. So I gotta think about that. And what do we do in the wintertime? We sit at home. That's whenever we're doing virtual stuff. And so that's why I'm gonna start the classes back up again. Divination night will be coming back in a couple months.
Yes, it will be. And we'll be having fun with that one. I think that we need to do, I want to do a night of index card readings.
Okay.
Divination night. Because I've talked about doing it and people get all freaky. I want to show them how you do index card readings. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm excited because I've learned so much since we started that I am just over the moon ready. There's so many different types of divination out there, and I'm ready to share everything.
And new divinations are popping up. I think the other day I saw someone talking about doing a fried chicken divination. I'm like, I don't want to know what you're doing to fried chicken. I'm using it to tell futures.
Okay.
Hey, if it works, it works. I mean, people do divination out of coffee, everything else. I'm glad to see you're in business. Like, so much of you grown. Look, you're up here holding on your own. So, are you ready to take on psychic hot tea?
No, actually, that is Lady Morgana's thing. She does the tea and tarot.
No. This is psychic hot tea.
Oh, so in companion to Psychic Coffee Shop.
Yeah, psychic hot tea is where we talk about a hot topic and give our psychic perspectives. And this is the first time I've got to do it with someone else. Because Joe, I can get Joe to read, but I only get that in tarot classes.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, what's in the teapot this week?
Well, let's go and look at entertainment news and see what the first topic is.
Okay.
Kim and Kanye. Kanye West is reporting living inside the Atlanta Stadium. So let's talk about Kim and Kanye West. Which do you want to take on?
I thought they were over a long time ago.
They are. They've gotten the most peaceful divorce going on. Do you want to talk about what's up with Kim, or do you want to talk what's up with Conway?
And that's the thing. I don't know about either one of them. I
That's the whole
don't know
point of
anything
psychic
about current
prediction.
events.
No, not current events. Just do a psychic prediction on one of them.
Okay. All
You want to
right.
take Kanye West and I'll take Kim Kardashian?
All right. All right. Let's do this.
All right. So I'll do Kim Kardashian.
And I'll do Kanye West.
Yeah. 3-card pull, just a general reading on them.
Looks to me like he hasn't got over the situation yet, and she just keeps wanting more and more than he's willing to give.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do Kim. And looking at Kim, she's saving her money up. She's getting ready to do something big. She has a new balance in her life. And of course, we have the chariot here. So don't be surprised if she doesn't overcome this marriage by replacing it with something better.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm. What you got on him?
7 of Cups, so his mind is all in a tizzy.
Mm-hmm.
6 of Pentacles, she's wanting to take more than what he's willing to give. And 3 of Swords, he's not ready to let the past lay down. So he's still hanging on, and she's saying, sayonara, baby.
Hasta la vista, I'm out of here. Now, what I do think will come out is a book. Like, we know she's writing a book on this crap, because some of the things she's had to put up as his wife.
This is too good of an opportunity to miss out on.
Exactly. Like, there needs to be a book deal, a movie deal. Chris, get on this. Get on. We know you're listening to our show. Get on this. Get some book deals in there. Get some fun things in there. All right, Miss Gwen, where can they find you?
You can find me at ladygwendolynhealing.com. You can book me through there for readings, in-person healing. I am doing distance Reiki, distant bars. I'm not doing the power forms distant, but yeah, book me at ladygwendolynhealing.com. I will also be out and about next weekend, West Virginia's largest yard sale on August 6th and 7th. I will be at Pricetown Volunteer Fire Department in Lewis County doing in-person healings and readings there. So that's what's coming up for me.
Yay! And of course, you can always book me over at aesonknight.com. And then, of course, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors.
And we cannot forget, they can also find us at westvirginiapsychic.com.
Yes, they can. Now, we have a special crew here of baristas. They support the show, not only through their money and viewing, but they also help us make decisions. They help us decide what content we're going to add to. They bring us up some hot topics, and they've created the new segment of Psychic Tea. Thank you, Ashley, for creating that one. So let's give them a big thank you with Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Bryant, Ashley G, Shannon C, and Shannon D. And of course, Lady Gwendolyn. And thank you guys so much. If you want to learn about being a sponsor to the show or to be a supporter, please visit PCSPnetwork.com, and you can get more information on that, more information on our host, and also more information on what we've got going on all over the internet. So we will be back Friday night. Techy Joe will be taking his seat back.
Yes.
Everything is fine with Techy Joe. We had just planned for Techy Joe to be out of town. Mm-hmm. So don't be getting worried. Just stop your shadiness. If you're already in my DMs, back it off. My schedule's already full. But everything is good. Everything is fine. And we enjoy Gwendolyn coming in. She will be our guest host in case I need to be away or Joe needs to be away. We won't leave her on her own yet. We'll give her a few more months. And until then, be blessed. Wash your hands. Wear your mask if you need to. And always, if you haven't got your shot, go get your shots. And
Take
until
care of yourself out
take
there.
care of
Love ya.
yourselves. May your coffee be strong. May your will be powerful. And may your mood be improvable. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
You can't tell me the deck is stacked. You can't whisper behind my back. You can't show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now.